I applied to the programme because I was interested in getting involved with politics. So I'm a medical student, but I've realised that policy influences everything, not just health, but education and how we live socially and economically. And it was on the website for international studies, and I know that travelling abroad and speaking to different people from other countries, you're able to get a wider perspective on how you can bring about change. And WashU was the only sort of institute that had a wide variety of different courses, and uniquely the Global Leadership course. Really excited that I had the opportunity to come and do something different in the summer, because normally I volunteer, so this was kind of a unique experience to actually study and learn something new and some skills that I can bring back and then share with other young people and hopefully pursue something politically or socially in public health. So I hadn't heard of Washington University in St. Louis, and I know that there's Washington DC, so it was kind of, I wasn't really sure what to expect because it's not one of the well-known places in the US, but I was kind of pleasantly surprised by how much there is here at Washington, and also how much diversity there is within the student body, but also how many of the issues here in terms of the social-economic divide, the different groups of people. I know controversially kind of the Ferguson case was something that was not something we heard about in the news in terms of the area, but how many of the issues were prevalent back at home, but also amazing to kind of see how much of work is being done and to kind of look at the issues and come up with solutions, particularly by like the Brown School of Public Health and Social Work, and how these, I don't know, how we can globally look to tackle these issues so that young people have a better future. I think I came with an open mind. I thought it'd be quite similar, more so because Britain and US have a good relationship, and because of globalization as well, I thought it'd be quite similar culture. And it is, to some extent, same music, same sort of education, but I think the systems, the political systems and the politics happening in Britain and politics happening in the US, very different approaches, but I think it allows me as a young person to kind of see the benefits and probably the cons as well of both systems, and seeing how I would then work with local people to bring about change. So how you would, I realise it's important to work together and work with people who are like-minded, and I found that there are a lot of like-minded people here at WashU. So my courses were very varied from what I normally have at medical school. So I have a lot of scientific lectures, experiment-based, but global leadership and my other course is history of Western medicine made me look at a more social and cultural perspective and apply that to, with my scientific background, ask a lot more questions. And I thought that I'd come for some answers, but actually what I've left with is a lot more questions, but it's kind of helping me move forward towards potential solutions and giving my time to different organisations to kind of learn more from other people and other backgrounds. I've met a lot of Chinese students, and I met Korean students, more people from all over the world. So in London I do have the opportunity to meet lots of different people, but in particular I'm able to understand the two different systems and how we view the world, and how in essence our values are the same but how they might be expressed differently, and how we have to be accepting and tolerant of that and be willing to learn from each other so we can bring back what we have learned back home and change the future for the better. I've personally benefited not just from in the classroom, but from the opportunity to see all aspects of St. Louis and all the things that it has to offer. I've benefited from speaking to all the different students that are here, so current WashU students and students that have come from other universities, and seeing how when we discuss a controversial or ethical issue, it's viewpoints that I've never heard before, and just kind of understand where it's coming from, what background it's coming from, and understanding that that's also a valid point, and that there may be other people like that who have those similar views, and to always take that into consideration, especially if you're considering being a leader. You have to understand that what you may feel is right might not necessarily be a right for someone else. So international students should come to WashU because it's an amazing university with a lot of facilities and and it excels in all different levels, so not just I don't say the medical school, but the social Brown School of Social Work, public health, the literature, the arts. So if you want a broader perspective and meet different students who are also coming from different universities and also resident WashU students, it's a great place to kind of bounce ideas and go back to your relevant respective universities with your head full of ideas of how you're going to move forward and make a change where you are. I think how much I felt there was blood rushing to my brain, like all the time, like just there were so many different ways of seeing things that I just never thought about before, and I'm naturally one of those people that thinks a lot. People always say, Nabila, you stop thinking, but I think it really reached a peak here at WashU because just of the amazing people that you meet. So if anything, you'll meet some amazing people that you'll remember for life, and also remember how they see things in a different way to you. And when you go back into your studies, your majors, you actually want to come back to WashU and do a master's or a master's or a PhD, which is what I'm thinking about. Even though I'd never heard of WashU before, you really do fall in love with the place, the ideas, and most of all the people.